just think it's really goofy to believe your own lies. You know anybody like that? They know they're lying. They're telling you straight that they never did that. That's not who they are. They've never done that in their whole lives. And yet they really now believe their own lies. Yes? Zach, have you ever done that? Have you ever believed your own lie? Okay, so let's move along. We've over-talked that. Let's go to the next set of scriptures here. Let's go to 28 through 32. Here's the next set. Anybody wants to read that, please?
And he said, "Your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel, for you have striven with God and with men, and have prevailed." Then Jacob asked him and said, "Please, tell me your name." But he said, "Why is it that you ask my name?" And he blessed him there. So Jacob named the place Peniel, for he said, "I have seen God face to face, yet my life has been preserved." Now the sun rose upon him just as he crossed over Peniel, and he was limping on his thigh. Therefore to this day the sons of Israel do not eat the sinew of the hip which is on the socket of the thigh, because he touched the socket of Jacob's thigh in the sinew of the hip.
I think I ate some of that off the turkey. Is that going to cause me a problem down the road?
That's all just right.
Little sinew off the hip. Doesn't even sound good, does it? Okay, so I really like this. This sounds so silly to say it like this. This set of scriptures. I love all of the Bible. I love it all. But this, I like that here's God saying, okay, tell me your name. My name is Jacob. It's Jacob. I'm looking in the mirror now. It's Jacob. I've always been a deceiver. I've always been a heel grabber. I've done bad things to get good things, and it's just not right. And so God says, you know what your name is now? It's Israel. God fights. God fights for you, right? There's just so many interpretations now of his name that are better than deceiver. Strives with God. You leave that other one behind. That's who you were before you met me. That's not who you are anymore. You're mine. You belong to me. You need to remember whose you are. Every morning when you wake up and you step foot out of that tent, you need to know that you're mine. Keep that first and foremost in your mind. God strives with God. It's no longer deceiver or deceptive. That's why it's Israel. Do you know that God has a special name for you that only He knows? And when you come to heaven, you'll know. You know where it is? On the palm of His hand. It says that your name is engraved on the palm of His hand. Did you ever do that when you were in school? Right? You ever write on the palm of your hand? Did your girlfriend ever write your name? Right? Tracy Shaw. Put on the palm of her hand. Right? What?
Test answers.
Yeah. Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Test answers. Yeah. Craig was tall enough to see over everybody. He had good eyes. You don't have to look this way and get caught. You can do this.
It's not your fault that you can see it.
What?
It's not your fault that you can see it.
That's right. Move these people away from you if you don't expect me to look in their face. I had a buddy. And it's way off topic, okay? So just take it. It's just one of those stupid stories pop into my head. I'm going to tell you, okay? Back when Eric Dickerson and all those guys were there, and he played baseball, and he also punted on the football team. He's one of my buddies that we travel with. Rennie Strong, you all remember? He went to high school with us. He's one of my best friends. He's one of my traveling friends. Great athlete in school. So he was in a test at SMU. Eric Dickerson was sitting right next to him. And he was obviously just blatantly staring at his paper and just just writing down the answers. So Rennie quit writing the correct answers down and just put a little dot by the correct answer, and he would answer the wrong one. You know, those little Scantron things where you just circle the answer. So he answered everything incorrectly. Finished. Eric finished it right at the exact time. Eric went and turned in his paper. Rennie went back, changed all of his answers to the correct ones. Made like a 97 on the test. So Dickerson obviously failed. Didn't make any difference. He went on to become a millionaire football player. So I don't know what you do with that. Let it go. Let it go. Listen, I had a boss where I used to work.
His name was Eric, not Jacob.
To give me more of a character of aggressiveness. You know, y'all not gonna believe this, but I had people thought that I wasn't aggressive enough. That was then. Okay, so yeah. David says, I bet nobody ever said that about him. I bet that's true. Okay, so he gave me the name Bull. In every situation, in groups, if he ever talked about me or I got an award, he awarded it to Bull. And it was to change who I was, you know. Don't look in the mirror and see Jacob. You look in that mirror and you see Israel. That's who I want you to see. You know, strives with God. That's what I want you to see now. Don't see that other guy, man. You're not him anymore. I've rescued you from that guy. Yes? Yes. That's the picture that we all should take. It's not just who you are. It's whose. And who comes from whose. That's what it's affected by, your relationship with him. That's what makes the difference. And you choose every day whose you are. Who are you going to belong to today? You know, am I going to look in that mirror and see the deceiver? Or am I going to look in that mirror and I'm going to step out that front door today as his, as God's? And am I going to strive with him today?
Isn't it a perspective, an earthly perspective versus a heavenly perspective?
Absolutely. I mean, how much of your horizontal is going to mess up your vertical, right? You try to walk out the door with that vertical perspective, keeping your eyes focused on Christ, the author and perfecter of your faith, and not let somebody, these goobers out here that we come in contact with every day, change who you are. It's up to you. That's choice, isn't it? And it's a really conscious choice. You can't let it be unconscious because you won't do it. You need to focus on whose you are when you walk out every day. So here he is now. He's now Israel. Okay? So think of a time when you've wrestled with God and allowed him to change you. Right? We talked about it in our prayer life. Let's talk about it before. So have you ever noticed, now listen, I'm really bad about not calling people by their names. You know, I think it comes from being a ball player and calling people Captain Chief, Ace Sport, Slick, that kind of slick. If you were slick, it's probably not great. That I called you slick. Hey, slick. You need a new stick. Something, remember that commercial?
So who is he called slick in this class?
I would never call Melanie slick. I'd be right with it. Okay, so the closer you get to somebody, they stop using your given name? Sugar. Dear heart. I call my boys darling. They're in their 20s. And I'll call them darling in front of everybody with a big D. I don't care. I want them to know every day when they talk to their dad on the phone or talk to me in person, doesn't matter who they're around, they know how much I love them and what I think about them. So their names have changed a little bit. It's not just Russell. It's not just Zachary. It's not just Tracy. Very, very seldom do I just say, hey Tracy, what are you doing? It's not that. I have a pet name for her. Be careful with pet names. Some of those sugar something. But it, you know, so here's Jacob. God, there's y'all another one. It's always something with that guy. You know, he was going along, and it was all good, and I didn't have that weird thought in my head, and he was about to close, and then he hits us with that. I'm sorry. I don't care. Y'all get that, right? It doesn't matter. Fire me. Think about the first part of what I was talking about. Okay? It's good. It's not bad. You know, it's still just sugar. I sign all of her cards. You know, when I'm giving her a birthday card or something, I write sugar on the front of it. That's just what I call her. And when I'm texting the boys, it's darling. My phone knows who I'm texting, and it puts a big D on it and takes the G off. That's not darling. It's darling. Right? With an N. My dad, 4 days before he passed away, the last words he said to me was, "I love you, darling." Yes? So, man, what do you do with that? I didn't ever have to wonder how he felt about me. Ever. Told me. Every time he talked to me. So, he's got a new name. What are you going to do with that? What kind of choices are you going to make here? We need to read the next set of scriptures so we can get you people out of here. So somebody flip over to 35. And somebody read 9 through 15. Or I'll just read it for you. I've got good light up here, and I've got the microphone. And think about the number of times that you see God and I will. Think about that kind of thing, okay, as we go through this. God appeared to Jacob again when he came from Paddan Aram and blessed him. And God said to him, "Your name is Jacob. No longer shall your name be called Jacob, but Israel shall be your name." So he called his name Israel, and God said to him, "I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall come from you, and kings shall come from your own body. The land that I gave to Abraham and Isaac, I will give to you, and I will give the land to your offspring also." Then God went up from him in the place where he had spoken with him, and Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he had spoken with him, a pillar of stone. He poured out a drink offering on it and poured oil on it. So Jacob called the name of the place where God had spoken with him Bethel. Okay, so God renewed and expanded his covenant promises to Jacob. Again, he marked his new name. God blessed Jacob before this very spot. But here God promised an assembly of nations, and kings would descend from Jacob, presumably a means by which the world was going to be blessed through Jacob. So, your name sets you apart. It sets you apart from everybody else that doesn't have that relationship. Do not be conformed, but be transformed. His name is clean that he gave you. Be careful not to disgrace it. You know, the